of the GT breakaway. Out in front again, that's Brackens and Ellis. The machine gun. Brackens putting that human dragster to work as he takes the lead through the second corner. Gary Ellis right behind him. And then Kenny Amon running down the third spot with Hans Nissen. Then Stu Thompson and Mike Paulson as they go toward that corner. Out of the final turn, it's still Brackens in control. Ellis and Amon. It is going to be Brackens. Amon wants to. Thompson comes up and grabs the fourth. B-Pros now. It looks like Rodney Johnson. The whole shot this time. Didn't hold on to it quite long enough because it looked like 160. Did you see 163? Is that what you saw? I thought maybe my eyes were gone or something, but it looks like Patrick is the one that's doing it. Michael Patrick now down into the final turn. Looks pretty good with about 5 months. Who's up? Patrick comes down toward the sprint lane. Hangs pretty tough. Second spot looks like that's going to go to Bruce. It'll be Patrick. Uh-oh, Bagley might have had to move foot to him. Let's go to motor number 5. And we got Michael Long line on the Kuwahara. It is Long followed by Brian Wood. Long and Wood get themselves through the sand pit out there. They're the survivors, and it looks like it'll be Jeff DeVito in the third spot. This one has got itself stretched out just about as far as you can get a full stretched out. Like Long. Moto number 6 still in the B-Pro action. Looks like it's going to be too close to call going into turn number 1, but I would guess that that's going to be Tom Trusky out in front with Jay Hinton trying to get there from the outside. Andy might have given up too much inside room, slides back to third, and moving up to second is Rob Beams. Do something about Trusky's lead, but Beams bails out, ties up half the pack in the process, and it looks like Trusky was glad he was because he couldn't get mixed up in that mess. Trusky bringing it out of the final corner now, sprinting home. Looks like that. This one in. We'll go to moto number 7. More B-Pro action, and it looks like John Anderson out in front. Behind him is Matt. It's Anderson, Gwynn, and then Tim Kokuras running third. Kokuras has Eddie Simo slide by in the sand. They go to the final quarter now. John Anderson for CW. That's Gwynn right for NCS. Simo rider, and it's going to be Kokuras on the Fresh Hour team. Lady pros out there now. Moto. She is one more time. Kathy Shackle out in front. Tammy Spavin running second. Heigl bites the dust out there. Comes down the inside straightaways now. It is going to be Shackle, Spavin, Williver, Zuner, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Barbara Heigl is going to get back up and finish the test. Single file out of the final corner. Looking at the finish line. Looks like it's going to be Kathy Fluffy Shackle bringing this one home. Tabby Spavin hangs on for the second. Williver, Zuner. Well, let's see who's got it at the first set of jumps. Right here, it is going to be Robin DJ getting her front wheel. But Behe had the inside line and made it work her way as she grabs the lead out of turn number 1. It is Behe, DJ, then Tedesco and Robertson as they come down the inside loop turn. Columbus Schwinn. Behe wide the triple. Ropes it into the final corner, and she's going to take this lead into the final turn. For Cool Tool tries to reel her in. They sprint it home, and it's still Behe in control, but here comes Desjardins, bounces through the and will settle for second. Kathy Tedesco, the third, Robertson, the fourth. Moto number 10, 15-year-old Brad Birdwell team from Jolly Rancher out in front as they come through the final corner. It is looking pretty good, taking this one home. In moto number 11, 15-year-old cruiser class, out of turn number 1, it's going to be Michael Crehan out in front. Watch the light. Crehan behind him is going to be Crehan, Searles, and Stone in the first 3 spots as they come out of the final. Crehan not giving him any slack as he just keeps it cranking, rolling it home, and will take the win. Moto number 12 now out on the track. This is 15-year-old cruiser Barry McMahon in front, getting a little heat on the outside from Jason Smith, and it looks like Ronnie Rio pulling on the inside as they 13, 15-year-old cruisers again. Rick Salumi out in front with a little lead on both sides. He got moved on from the outside. So it's Salumi in control. Second spot belongs to Ryan Trott. And then it will be White hanging on for third. Bernard Gantz, the awesome wonder of Eagle Stack, is pulling his lead down the inside straightaways right now. He is on in the second spot. And he's got his broken. Jones has the second spot now. He's got the stud rider coming after him. Matt Williams comes to the inside. Can he pull it off? Whoa, he pops a little pop up there. That's going to work for him, too, as he comes back up, grabs the second behind Bernard Gantz. Moto number 15, 15-year-old cruisers, and it's Kerry Knight Funways Night Express out in front. Paul Prestis back there in the second spot. Eric Turner is now running down the third spot. Yep, it does. It looks like Kerry Knight got himself another first. Moto number 16, 15-year-old cruisers again. Into turn number one, and out they come. It's Jeremy Thompson on the inside hanging on. But, oh, look at the heat coming from Billy Norman as they work it down the inside.
Watch the light.
Ryan Persinger back there in the third spot. Whoa, Norman gets hung up on himself, slides out, and finds himself eating his back wheel. They come out of the final corner, and it's going to be Thompson bringing this one home for the win. Moto number 17, more 15-year-old cruisers. Ivanella out of there in a hurry this time, and he's got himself out in front with Raymond Rogers out of Florida in the second spot. Ivanella cruising now into the final corner, hanging on to about 3 bike lengths. Third just keeps changing on us, so we'll just put Ivanella out front, Raymond Rogers in second, and leave it at that. Moto number 18, 15-year-old cruisers. And it's going to be Michael Russo out in front. Second spot is Dustin Easter, and it sounds like the 3 motos. Russo hangs on to 2 bike lengths, but it doesn't look like Easter is satisfied. He's on the gas now, going to stroke him home. No, Russo says you're going to have to work harder than that to get me. It's Russo, Easter, and McKnight. Whoa, McKnight almost gave it up, but managed to hold on by about a bike length. Moto number 19, now 14-year-old cruisers. Chris Willis out in front with Allen behind him. Down into the final corner, it's still Willis and Allen. 1 and 2. Allen makes a big bid underneath, pulls himself out in front. It's now Allen out front, Willis in the second spot. Kevin Mooney back there in third. That's the way they're going to close it out. We'll go to moto number 20, more 14-year-old cruisers. Where is everybody? It looks like it don't matter. Shan Hatfield's got himself going out in front of Randy Raymond out of Connecticut. It's the Georgia rider and the Connecticut dude. Florida's Kevin Pear back there in the third spot. As they come home now, it'll be Shan the Man Hatfield taking the win. Randy Raymond and then Kevin Pear. Photo number 21 out there. It looks like that's going to be Dan Liner for Columbus Schwinn out in front. It's Moto 21, and it's Liners in front of Todd Lyons right now. Lyons making his bid on the outside. Liners puts it in cruise to get through the third. Manages to hang on to second, but it's Lyons now out in front by 3. Lyons, Liners, and then Gibby Drainer hanging in there at third. Let's go to moto number 22, 14-year-old cruiser class. And it looks like it's going to be Brian Lopes, SE, out of California, out in front. It is Lopes now, followed by number 12. That's Jason Theodore. Lopes and Theodore, 1 and 2 it into the final corner. Ricky Golasso back there in third, going to try to put a little bit of pressure out there on Theodore. But Theodore kicks in his turbos, too. Not enough. Here he comes again. Golasso trying. Nope. It's going to be Lopes, Theodore, and Golasso. Moto number 23 on the track. 14-year-old cruiser class side-by-side action. Haley trying to hold him off right now. Steve Smith right with him, though. Smith makes a dive underneath. Haley gets moved to the outside, and Haley makes that work because it's the short route, and he grabs the lead back. Smith still working on him. No way. It's Haley. Smith and Edwards runs down the third, moto number 24. And it looks like we've got Robert Lincourt out in front with Chad running down the second spot. It'll be Lincourt, Zavar, and Kevin Dobbin out of New Jersey running in the third spot. On to the final corner now. Doesn't look like that Stack Attack's going to have too much sweat this trip. He's going to take this one in. Zavar settles for the second. Third spot does a little switcheroo out there. And we'll go to moto number 24. still in the 14-year-old cruiser, no, 25. 14-year-old cruiser class. It goes Spurrier out of Tennessee riding for Cyclecraft out in front. Behind him is Mark Unger. It's Spurrier, Unger, and then number 34 out there is Jonathan Wilson out of Pennsylvania. Uh-oh, was that Wilson that bit the dot? No, it wasn't, they tell me. Well, let's go to moto number 26 now. This is still 14-year-old cruisers, and it's going to be Aaron Rutkowski out in front. Aaron Heido back there in the second spot. It is Rutkowski and Heido. Rutkowski, Heido, and then it looks like the third spot rider, Jeff Glover, getting a little heat. Glover manages to hang on by about half a bike length. And we'll go to moto number 27. This is 13-year-old cruiser. Ainsworth again. James LaBelle back there in the second spot, so it'll be Ainsworth and LaBelle 1 and 2 in it out of that final corner. Third spot, looks like that's going to go to, well, that's Todd Cambio. That's who that is. Let's go to moto number 28, 13 cruisers. Again, David Milham for Eagle Stack out in front. Matthew Ernest back there in the second spot. It's going to be Milham and Ernest out of the final corner. Well, I tell you, this Eagle Stack team looking pretty good today as they take another win in moto number 28. How about moto number 29 now? Again, 13-year-old cruisers. That's got to be Brian Norris out in front for the Whitman Bike Shop. Marco Driscoll back there in the second spot. It's Norris. O'Driscoll 1 and 2 with Lee Sammartino in the third spot. They cruise it through the final corner. Now Norris can feel a little bit of heat back there. It sounds like thunder moving in on him. He stays on the cranks, does a little air, but it doesn't hurt him much. Norris takes the win. Let's go to moto number 30 now. Still 13-year-old cruiser class action. And it's Mark Bashardi out in front. It looks like Roop back there in the second spot. Chad Roop. It's Bashardi and Roop 1 and 2.
Okay, set him up.
Well, look at Bashardi. He's got a lot of confidence. Stops to look back. Chad Roop closes up by about a bike length. It's going to be a sprint to the line, but it looks like Bashardi's got enough stuff. He'll take the win. Roop might not hang on to that second. He just got a move put on him by Greg Boring, and Roop slides back to third. Photo number 31, 13-year-old cruisers again, and it looks like out in front it's going to be 27. That's got to be Michael Lousman. Michael Lousman now cranking it down into the doubles in the back corner. Hangs on, peeks back, still has a lead. Looks like it's going to be a number 62, Mike Hale back there in the second spot. So it's Lousman and Hale, 1 and 2. Moto number 32, 13-year-old cruisers again. Andrew, the Centurion Soul, riding for Columbus Schwinn out in front. Roland Pavlik back there in the second spot. It's going to be Sol Pavlik, and then it looks like number 70, something or another. Who knows what was is in third. Well, number 33, the size gets smaller, but it seems like the speed gets faster. These little dudes can crank the cruisers. I believe that's got to be Bernard Lay out in front in moto number 33. Bernard Lay, followed by number 82, Trey Schaus out of North Carolina. Schaus get a little heat now as they come to the wire. Moto number 34 out there right now. Looks like Shelby James has just built up an amount of lead as he's going to crank this one all the way to the wire. The backer must have run into a little gate trouble or something. He's trying to fight back to grab the second. Pressure on in the double or in the triples, and I missed that number coming through. It looked like Darren Smock out of California. The backer takes the third. Moto number 35 now, 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class action, and it looks like Christopher Anderson, Florida rider, out in front. Anderson down into the final corner, spreads it out by 10. Second spot was up for grabs, but something must have happened in that turn. Somebody put a spring between them and separated them. It'll be Anderson grabbing the win. Moto 36 is in the gate. It is still in the 10 and 2.
Watch the light.
Moto number 36, 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class. Moden out of there on fire as he grabs the lead on Jim Embry. It's going to be Moden, Embry, and then number 25 is Eddie Packer hanging top in third. Embry'd like to get around Moden, but Moden's got some legs as he builds it up to another bike length lead. Embry says that's not enough. I'm coming after you. Through the rollers and into the final corner. Moden just stays low, gets out of the wind, and builds it up. Steve Moden's going to take the win. Jim Embry grabs off the second. Moto number 37, 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class inside. George Sievers comes out on fire. It'll be Sievers for CW. Whipping him into turn number 1. Behind Sievers now, it looks like the number 66. Of Sipong Wong Puman. It is Sievers and Wong Puman. 1 and 2 down into the final corner. Chicken George looking good. Nevada rider, of course. CW taking it to the wire. Sipong Wong Puman getting a little heat on the other side. I can't read the plate. It's going to be Sievers Wong Puman 1 and 2. Moto number 38 now out of the gate, and it looks like out in front it's going to be the number 70 of Harry Devitt out of Wisconsin riding Hardy's teammate Elliot Trishell back there in second spot. Necco trying to sneak in on the inside on Trishell. Colby Brown trapped back there in the fourth spot. Now it's going to be a sprint, but as they come home, it's going to be Devitt with the win. Trishell, Colby Brown, and Jimmy Necco. Moto number 39. This is Bill, 10 to 12-year-old cruiser class. Chase Digit is cruising right now. Digit pouring it on. Brad Cashwell slides his way up into the second spot. Justin Green back there in third. They work their way to the wire. It's going to be Digit, Cashwell, and Green. 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 40 has Chad Henderson out of California for Kuahara out in front. Henderson has Dustin Gordon behind him for race 1. It's going to be Kuahara, race 1, 1 and 2. Chad Henderson leading him around by 5. Dustin Gordon by about 8. And it looks like we're going to go to Mr. Lenny Badicki for moto number 41.
Set him up, please. Yeah. Set him up. Rider, get you ready. Watch the light.
Race 41, 18-year-old experts. McGee coming down the straightaway once again. That's the name I've been saying first all week. And Trav. That's what I rear in there. Last year's National number 2 Coastal Rider, 25S behind him is Dan Sawyer from California. McGee out of Missouri. One of those Missouri outlaws down the midsection of the track, up the triples. He's got Sawyer. I guess that CA ain't right because he's in the Funway college. Don't know too many West Coast Funway riders. I'll come out of the turn. McGee's got it perfect in the motos. He is one happy character. Race 42, 18-year-old expert class Hutch rider Charlie Townsend in front again, but Jared Justice is right there with him. It's Townsend and Justice. Another coastal rider back there in third. Harden trying to get around him. In front, Townsend, the world champion. Justice right there with him. JJ took a little bit of break last year and has been on fire all tour riding for Wheelworks. In and out of the final turn, the Hutch rider again in front. This weekend, sponsor all the big smile from Hutch for Townsend. Justice going to catch second. Vineyard. More gates are happening finally. 18-year-old expert class, race 43. Ray McNally in front again. McNally, the Miami Vice in the stud colors. McNally, national number 12 last year, broke a leg here. What a gutsy character coming back for more punishment. Guy Stevenson in second. McNally, I bet he wants to jump that pro section. Yeah, I know the way Ray jumps. He's a local. As they go into that back turn, the stud rider McNally in front of the Chippendales racer Stevenson. Bruno back there in third of the WB. As they come to the finish line, it's going to be Ray McNally for the win. Stevenson second. Race 44, Doug Jica in front, the hardiest rider. Jica, national number 2, power to the cranks as they come to the step up. 18 and 62. 62 is Cummings. Murray Cummings in second. Murray Bazinski, team racer in the 2 spot. Jica up and over all 3. He's hot rocking right now. Trying to make that 201 into the back turn. Monday says he may be pink pro license. As they turn down the back straight, it's going to be the Hardy's racer, Jica, coming side by side with somebody. Amy to Oakley as they cross the line. Race number 45 now. Corbett hot on it for Rex Robertson Racing, Murray, Jolly Ranchers, Zelwood, and about a million other corn kind of people. It's Corbett and Pot with Gino Newberry. Newberry now back there in third, the Hardy's racer. Newberry with a lot of quality racers behind him. him, as the Orlando people know. In front, though, it's Corbett. Team Todd Corbett blasting another perfect here at the Grand, kicking that baby out. He's got Potts right there with him. It's Todd and Drew. Next race around, a Crit Plate Factory rider, number 17. Time to get Crit. 18-year-old extra class on the gate, cruising around. Team Crit Plate in front, Siebert behind him. Siebert in second on the track. Crit Plate number 17 just blasting towards the finish. It's going to be Siebert for second. Vincente.
Watch the light.
Race number 48 now, 18-year-old expert class. Gassing down there, Richard Ross finally getting to the front of the pack. Ross now, the free agent rider. Donnell and Bartolas with 43. That's one of those MCS riders slipping up into second. Ross out of St. Louis, Missouri, at one time the fastest rider in the Midwest. 43 along there with him. That's Troy Irving from Florida. Troy just moved here from South Africa a couple months back. It's Ross, Irving, Bartolas, Team Madonna, and Cyclecraft with Donnell coming hard at him at the line. It's Ross, Irving, Bartolas, and Donnell. Next get around Kevin Sheepdog Hall. The GT rider Stacey Scott going no respect for this Californian. Team Terrible. Tim now back to second. Stacey Scott proving it. In front the Funway rider. Scott, last year's national number 5, the winner of the open class here. In the dark last year. Scott powering down the back straightaway, the 5 in front, red, white, and blue is Stacey. Kevin Hall going to snap the second for GT. Race number 49, Norm Main Bike. Remember, Team Poverty in Montgomery. This is the guy that slept in the hallway. It's Bike cruising around in front. Bike and Ashy 1 and 2. Pete Ashy, former Team Judas Priest, now running for phase 2 into the back turn. It's Bike in the JRP colors. Bike, Ashy into that back turn. Pete Ashy not going to catch Storm and Norman as he rad air as usual. Bike for the win. Race number 50, 18-year-old expert. Pepper in there in second. McLeod, I guess Sauce out in front. That's McDonald. And McDonald out of Connecticut, the Columbia rider. McLeod now for Mr. C's in second with 75 back there in third. 75 cranking around in the 3 spot. Pepper, McLeod, Jason McDonald. McDonald now into the back section. Hartford, Connecticut local. It's going to be the red, white, and blue of McDonald catching the air for the win. Mr. C's rider, Pepper McLeod, second. Will Miller in front. Team Montgomery himself out there having a way mucho good time. Dan Hamill in second. Clark. No, it's Hamill. Clark's back there in third. It's Miller, Hamill, Clark. Now feeling the heat from Ohio jersey rider, but Will Miller just going to smile all the way to the finish as he gets it. Hamill second for the Beacon cycle. Race number 52, 17-year-old expert Griggs and King going at it, a couple of the best. Part of those terrible 10 out of the turn. It's King, Griggs, Zimmer part of the Midwest terrible 10. It's King in front, cranking towards those doubles. Griggs going by in the air. No, he just cleared it for the heck of it. It's Harrow leading red line, leading DK as they come to the finish line. The number 1 is on the Harrow plate for the win. Behind him is Griggs and Zimmer. Next get around, it's Elliott in front with rider number 70 behind him. Elliott, your lead. 70 chasing him down. Elliott in front, the MCS guy out of Pennsylvania. Cranking all around the track. Elliott still your leader. Ken Baum out of New Jersey. Baum, another Beacons rider. MCS leads Beacons, leads Bicycles plus the 49 of Chris Kelly. Kelly going to come in third. Robbie Hughes in front of race 54. 17-year-old experts off the triples. It's Hughes trying to catch an eye on that second place rider. It's Hughes still in front. Out the hit into the back section. Hughes is just stretched up on the DNC bike. 57 in second is Russell Douglas from Kentucky. Douglas going to try and hold on a second. Hughes won it. It's this Douglas. Race number 55 out in front, rider number 39 and 33 behind him. 39 and 45. It's Cologne in second. 33, 38 in front, Charles. 38 coming around the track out there in front. Ryan down the back straightaway. 38 just going to blast it. Cologne 39. Will be one of those 38 kind of numbers. 15 coming in there is Lynch, the third spot. 56 in front. It's 10 and 80. 80 now cranking around. Mitch Watson from Florida wearing those Kona colors. Everybody's got a Kona sticker. That's what they're representing. The big Kona skate park down there. Kona Racer in front, rider number 10, and Armando Hopkins now back there in third, the premium pup. It's going to be Kona for the win.
You're ready. Watch the light.
Race number 58, 17-year-old expert, Neon Donnie Higher, grabbing at it there with Amadio. Amadio into the turn in the stud colors. Higher pulling right up alongside of him. It's Neon against Stud. Stud in front, the Airshot Racer in second. There's Waterbury Team Hippie. He was at Woodstock, I think. In front, it's Amadio up the triples. Higher now going to the inside. Donnie Higher blasting right on by over those $100 doubles. It's Higher now in front, flying around that back turn. The Airshot Racer, you know those tires are pumped up to the right pressure. It's going to be Higher, Amadio, Waterbury. Sonny Skywalker in front, Team Sarasota. The Eagle Snack Attack Racer in front. Bill out back there in third for DK. That's Hauser in second from Florida. Pete Hauser, team second place right now. They keep that misery. Walker hits the back turn, chicken winging all the way. It's Walker, Hauser, Al, 1, 2, 3. As they come across those doubles, Al catches a little bit. It's Walker now. Al taking second away from Hauser. Race number 59. 59 is 17-year-old expert. Out of the turn, it's Hendler with 16. Jameson, Hendler, John Cotterfielder from Indiana. That's Columbus Schwinn. Jason, the factory Schwinn guy. Team Schwinn, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jameson, Hendler, former world champion. Cotterfielder in second. The third place is 70. That's Tim from Ohio. Race number 60. Out of the gate, 17-year-old expert. Up and over the first jump. It's Reardon, the TW racer with a whole shot. But, Reardon riding that front wheel into the ground. Rider number 30 now. Taking over the lead is Dave Clymer. Clymer out of Lansdale, PA. 20 is Bob Dialing and Diley for Copeland. Diley ain't happening. 91 ending up in a second. Clymer just stretching it out. It's a long distance phone call between him and second place. Clymer now in front over the doubles. Clymer and 91 sitting in second is Dean Martin. Get that man a drink in second place. It's Clymer now up and over the doubles. Clymer's going to win it. Martin second.
Ready. Watch the light.
Race number 61, 17-year-old experts. Look at the whole shot by Pugland now. He's got Pavlovsky going to the outside of him. What a gay start on that guy. Maybe he's even got a hidden Browning two-speed with that kind of start. Pavlovsky now, the outrider into the second turn. Glenn, Team Hawaii, as they come on down the track. Pavlovsky in front, Pugland, and Tommy Ski, the Bicycles Plus rider in third. L Cyclecraft, Bicycles Plus 1, 2, and 3 in the turn. Pavlovsky in front, Pugland chasing him down, Tommy Ski in third. As they hit the doubles, Big Glenn's got another win. Pugland a nice second, Pavlovsky third. In front, Mike Kenny Acolyth. How's things going at Kings Island lately? Whitman's racer in front, Kenny Acolyth. Jimmy Leach now in second, the Bicycle rider. Muccio and Cundiff side by side trying to hang on for third or fourth. In front, Kenny Acolyth. He's going to get himself another earring for this ring. Down towards the back straightaway, it's Kenny Acolyth, Leach, Cundiff, Nuccio, the top four. Race number 63, more 17-year-old expert class action. Casano in front with Wall behind him. Peter Casano, Jimmy Breck, Wall into the $100 section. Casano taking it smooth. Wall taking it the best he can. Out of that back turn, Casano and Wall with 33 chasing him down. That's David Harper, and Jimmy Wall has just set a record. 3 motos with no dirt on the jersey. Out into the next race out on the track. Race number 64, 17 and up novice. 17 and up novice, 52, David Trout from Michigan. Oh, 22, Joseph Allen. Joseph Allen now cranking her. 64 going to finish up. It's Allen. Allen, and 52 is Trout. 65 and 17 and up novice. Race number 44 and 39 is Lester Getz. Getz and Gregory Lazario. 44 is Big Ray. Lester Getz sitting back there in second. Greg and Lester. Oh, excuse me, that's that MRC rider. I keep making that mistake all the time. Oh, Norman Fish. No, that is Gregory. Boy, making it once, and then you straighten it out, and then you miss it again, and Lester Getz gets around while you're making a noise. It's Getz now coming towards the finish line. Greg going to finish second. Racing out there, rider number 17 in front. Michael Kilmer from Massachusetts. Kilmer leading Harkowitz. Harkowitz, that mountain bike racer. And it's in a nice, consistent second. I wonder if he's sponsored this weekend by Mike Blaylock products. as they come out of the turn. Rider number 17 is Kilmer Harkowitz, still in second. Kilmer Harkowitz, 1 and 2 as they finish up. Race number 67, 16-year-old experts Kareem the Dream Richardson for Blue X. 0-8 behind him, Derek Johnson. Richardson goes down. Oh, man, he got slammed by a poser, I think. It's Johnson now in front. Behind him, 16 there. That's David McCarras from Pennsylvania. Johnson, McCarras, and that's Rodney Freeman for Reggie Toledo finishing third. Race 68, 16-year-old expert Tex out there in front. Yeehaw! The Cyclecraft rider, Tex Mitchell from Houston, leading Hutch rider Eric Carter, that's the world champion, in second. We'll see what he can do. Mitchell in front, Carter, Darius Brown going at it in third. It's Mitchell and Carter. Carter got around Mitchell earlier. Tex in that back section. Carter trying to set up from the outside to the inside. It's Mitchell still in front down the back straightaway. Cyclecraft and Hutch as they go to the jump. Hutch and Cyclecraft. It's Carter ahead of Mitchell, ahead of Brown. Number 14 on the track now. Race number 69. Rider 14 in the lead. We'll find out just who it is. It's Mark Lincoln. 5 in the 2 spot is Monty Yackel. Got to say his name like that. It's Yackel in the second. Lincoln in front. Yackel right behind him. In that back section, WR and Wheelworks coming out of it ahead of the Coastal Rider. 17 in the 3rd spot is Scotty Moore from Virginia. It's going to be WR, Wheelworks, and Yackel. Race number 70 now out on the track. Race 70, 16.
Rider to your left. Watch the light.
Runner for 870, rider was down. Coming out of the track, Chris Meeker for Mr. Steve. Meeker into the turn outside of him is Beverman. Meeker, the Mr. Steve guy in the lavender and white. Beverman behind and get that guy a bottle of anything in a glazed donut and he'll be happy. It's Meeker in front, Beverman still in second. Mr. Season, 7-11 up the triples. Into that back turn, Meeker, your leader out of the Carolinas. Beverman from the West Coast. Coast to coast racing here in the NBL at the Hutch Grand National. It's going to be Meeker with the air. Beverman staying low, trying to hold on for a second. Meeker, Beverman, 1 and 2.
Eddie. Watch the light.
Number 71. Cruising along. Out on the track, it's Team Sundance's rider number 31. I think that's McMahon. It sure is. McMahon and Jimmy Perez. Sanford. Sanford feeling heat on the inside from Richard Bell. Ricky Bell, El Belango's rider in second. Sanford trying to pitch it back there. Team Seminole. 29 now. Taking back over the second. That's Bell. 29 is Bell. Oh, Rostowski. Sanford going right into him. He all about aimed for him. It's Bell in front to 2-9. As we go into the back turn, find out who's in second. 98, holding on to the 2 spot is John Brannanen. Brannanen in second as Bell's going to win it. Finishing third, Thompson. 72 now, 16-year-old expert. Smoking Joe Pickney, the Hardee's rider in front. Pickney, laser lining, and Coleman is back out on the track. A little sympathy goes a long way. Coleman into that turn behind Pickney, giving it to laser lining. Pickney now, Davey sliding around on that rear end now. Pickney up the triples, laser line in second. Hardee's and Pedal Power in 1 and 2. As they crank into that back section, Smoking Joe Pickney feeling the heat. Lonnie Tatton going the outside, the answer man Tatton. It's going to be Lonnie ahead of Pickney.
Okay, set him up. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Race number 73, 16-year-old experts. Outside is Crow, inside is rider number 85, Chris Klein. Klein and Crow. Crow goes up high and gets snapped by Klein. It's Klein first, Crow second, 16 in the 3rd spot. It's Robert Wolf from Mississippi. Mississippi racer chasing a Florida guy chasing Team Ohio. As they crank up the triples, Klein and Crow still going at it into that back section. Klein looks over the doubles. Crow in second, the Berries rider. Berries following the Warhorse rider in and out towards the finish line section. It's Klein and Crow, still the top 2 new 3rd place rider. As they cross the line, it's Chris Klein. Race number 74, 16-year-old expert Sean Riblet. It's the frog guy, rider number 33. Alongside of him, Danielle Price. Price in second, Brett Bass, Gang in third. He's got Howard Reggie Davis back there in fourth, the premium rider. Riblet in front, cranking down the back straightaway. Riblet gonna cross the line for profile. Ergay coming hard for second. Next gate down, race number 75 into the turn. It's rider number 74. 74 is John Pavlin. Chris Thomas trying to get in there for the 2-spot in stud. Pavlin and Thomas. Thomas taking Applegate now in second. Pavlin, Applegate, Thomas, 1, 2, 3. Out towards the finish line straightaway. Pavlin and Thomas and Applegate. Thomas getting around. It's Pavlin, Thomas, 1, 2. Race 76, 16-year-old experts into the turn. Blake Roby sitting in second. The rider in front, rider number 66. That's Tommy Dean from Wisconsin. Dean in front, Roby behind him. We got a DK runner trying to get in the third around the Magnum Forcer. In front, Dean Roby, 32 now. In there is Mark Augustin. Augustin got third away from the Magnum Forcer. It's going to be Dean Roby, Augustin, profile rider in front of the next race. Race number 77, 16-year-old expert. 41 in front, 44 behind him. It's Webb and Alexander. Jeff Brian Webb in front. Lee Alexander in second. Webb, Alexander, the top 258 there in third. It's Webb and Alexander as they crank down the back straightaway, and that's how it's going to finish. Danny Milwee leading race 78. 16-year-old expert. Milwee in front of Kid Callahan. Dan Milwee just flat out flying up the triple. Not only does he get those good starts on the Haro bike, he also rides real fast straight away through the turn. Callahan trying to reel him in. He's right tucked up in the draft like Lamont and the Badger. It ain't going to happen, though. It's going to be Milwee and Callahan. Next gate around the track. That's Reddy in front of it. Race number 79, 16-year-old experts. Mike Reddy from Ohio. 0-2 behind him is Mark Heckler from Connecticut. Reddy and Heckler now gassing into the back turn. DK Racing in front. Reddy now puts a paw out into the back turn. Reddy still in front of the Connecticut rider, Heckler. Hartford, Heckler going to catch second. Reddy first. Race number 80, 16-year-old expert. How about a national for that Connecticut area, Mr. Tartaglia? Would you like that? Race number 80 in front. Rider number 19, Scott Johnson from Massachusetts. Johnson in front. Those hairs are flying. Number 20, almost at second. Rider number 18 now, or 10, that's Matt Foster. Alan Foster in second. It's Johnson and Foster. Johnson into the turn on that orange bike. Bright Racing, your leader is Johnson for WP. Behind him, the 10 of Foster. That's how they're going to finish. Race number 81, 16-year-old experts. Kennedy in front of Gaines. Chris Kennedy leading for the GA Racers. Raleigh kind of guy. George Anthill product in front for Kennedy. Gaines in second to Bob Rome. Schwinrider holding on to the 2-spot. That's one of those guys. I think it's Lucatus maybe there with the green cranks. He says they make him go faster. It's going to be Kennedy, Gaines, Lucatus. Next gate around on the track, it's Matt Hayden. Matt Hayden, former S&K bike shop rider, now doing it for free agent. On LaBerge from San Jose in the GT colors. Hayden, LaBerge, 1 and 2. I think that's Hoggard back there in third. Hayden, LaBerge, Hoggard, 1, 2, 3. Free agent, GT and Coastal. Race number 83 now. More 16-year-old experts. 16 X's around the track. That's that California guy in front, Gaddis. Gaddis taking it over for first. I think that could be Chris Green making up there in a second. Gaddis is your leader. We'll find out for sure on the 2-spot. Gaddis down the back straightaway. That clean, independent uniform in front. That's Brian Chadwick from Indiana now in second. Gaddis and Chadwick. 1, 2. Race 84, 16-year-old experts in the gate.
I'm going back over here in a minute.
Gets down on this next one. Race 84 up and over the jump. Termite Hudson right there. Out in front, though, it's the stud rider. Dan Stud, rider number 32, James Dean. Hudson behind him. Psycho Grieve not having the best moto this time. It's Dean and Hudson with 49. They're in the third spot. Michael Brunell from New York. James Dean, Rebel with the first place right now in front. Into that back turn, Stud Racer in the lead. Behind him, the Eagle Snacks guy must be doing it on those honey roasted nuts a lot, getting himself faster. Termite's got second. Dean first. Race number 22. 22, race 85, 16-year-old novices in front. Michael Fernzes and 71 there in second. 77, wonder whether it's 77D or 77N because there's two of them. In front, Todd and David maybe battling for second. Michael Fernzes is your leader as they come out of it. That's Todd Dan from Canada in second. Burns is the Kentucky rider, going to win it. Race 86, 16-year-old novices.
Watch the light.
Swain Thompson, you're needed in the infield. Swain Thompson to the infield. Race 86, 16-year-old novices. Rider number 26 in front, 18 behind him. 26, the leader is John Lender from Pennsylvania. The 18 in second. 24 now taking over the lead. 24 in second, Darwin Smock. Lender and Smock. Pennsylvania leading California. Pennsylvania and California. Lender, Smock, 1-2 as they come out of the back turn. Lender's going to take this one. Smock, a nice second. Race number 87, 16-year-old novices. Rider number 27 in front, Frankie Johnson from North Carolina. Johnson, your leader. Co-sponsored rider in second. Didn't get a number on him. 91, that's who that guy is. Jeremy Engel from Indiana. Engel and Johnson. Johnson looks towards the scores. Johnson in front over the jumps. It's going to be Engel in second. Engel having his problems. 36 goes around him. Johnson wins it. Farley taking the second.
Are you ready? Watch the light.
Race number 88, 15-year-old experts towards the first step. Rider number 03R, that's John Remy from Illinois. Remy in front. Got Major Comp on the inside. Rider number 35. That's Robert Soto from Georgia. That's Shan Hatfield's buddy there trying to hold on a second. Soto now behind Remy as they go towards the triple step. We got the Heights rider. I think that's Greg Frederick in third. Remy, Soto, one of those Michiganders now back there in fourth. Fairbanks turning it towards home. Remy, Frederick, and Soto side by side for second. Soto's got it. Frederick's got it. Frederick might be going for first. Remy's got the one. Frederick second. Soto and Fairbanks. Next get around there. It must be Kerry Midnight Express. Kerry Knight cranking on down to the back straightaway. Jason Smith, part of that GMC Michigan connection of a long time ago. Still riding fast in the two spot. Knight out of Iowa, rocking the colors. Smith in the second. It's going to be Knight and Smith. 1-2. Race number 91, 15-year-old expert. Outside, inside, anywhere they go. Rider number 58 taking the control of everything. 58 is your leader. Gets us Trace Elmore. 27 in second. Elmore in front. 27 behind him. Elmore. Oh, Kearns. That's the guy. Maybe I can look at the right photo sheet. Rio now in second. Rio with the orange rim up front. Kearns is your leader out of Indiana. Rio trying to go around him. Rio in the Kuahara Weight Watchers class. He's going to get it. Rio, your leader and winner. Race number 91. Korean with the aerodynamic back in there. Oh, man, must be riding for La Vie Claire or something. I guess Mark Pippin would know more about that. The Titan rider. Race number 92, 15-year-old expert. Heading towards the first jump. It's Reynolds out in front. Craig Reynolds, Eric Turner in second. Reynolds going high and Turner saying later on, Bob. Hey, Turner now in front of Reynolds. Reynolds now having a snap on that back wheel. Turner goes down 35 in second. Reynolds up the triple. And hottest new star up and over the doubles. It's still Reynolds, your leader. 35 coming out of the turn in second, I think. Reynolds and 3-5 behind him is V.J. Roberts. That's the way it's going to happen. Race number 93, 15-year-old experts. Dave in front, number 51. 51, Dave is your leader. Davey Cloyd from Kentucky. Betcha he's ridden this track before. The Coca-Cola rider trying to get in there for third. Oh, McKnight doing some dirty work as they come out of there. Clyde's going to take it right now. McKnight in second to catch the Wave Coke rider in third.
Riders, are you ready? Watch the lights.
Race number 94, 15-year-old experts up and over into the first turn. BC rider on the outside. Know that guy, Dillard. Steve Dillard, but 99C took it away from him. Matt Clark from Ohio. Clark, Dillard now back in the second. Dillard slide around, he may be in third. No, he's hanging on to the two spot. Ohio in front for right now. It's Dillard working his way. Hatfield back there from Alabama. Ohio still the leader, Matthew Clark. Clark taking a long turn. Clark's going to have to sit out one position. It's Dillard with style. Clark behind him and Hatfield. Race number number 95 hitting up and over the first jump. The wooden wheels rider getting sketchy. I guess he thought Gork had a camera or something going to take a picture. And Matt Williams, the stud racer, takes the lead over. Bolfus action in front, rider number 17. It's Williams heading up and over that triple jump. Prestis in second. Williams, Prestis, Danny Nash now, Waldorf rider in third. As they crank out of the turn, Matt Williams, George just going to crank on over the doubles. Here comes Prestis hard. It's Williams looking one way, Prestis going the other.
I'm taking a picture of the helicopter.
Phil Collins video happening. Race number 96, 15-year-old extras up and over Barnett. Barry McManus over the double for the premium team. Getting that style, but Hamilton slips on by. Hamilton, you cut the hair, he goes even faster. Team free agent rider out of Texas. Matt Stone now getting in a second for Sports Cycle. Hamilton, Stone, McManus up the triples. Free agent, Sports Cycle, and premium. Bringing it on back. It's Hamilton still way out in front, railing high in and out on back turn, rider number 5. Stone there behind him. It's Hamilton. McManus goes by Stone right in the air. Hamilton takes it, and McManus second. Race number 97, 15-year-old Norco rider Gutine in front. Right,
No problem.
42 takes it away from him. Jeremy White from Alabama. Alabama's White in front of Gutine. I guess the exchange rate wasn't quite good enough for Gutine. He had to slip back to second. Didn't bring enough Maple Leafs with him. It's White and Gutine cranking towards the finish line. White takes it. Gutine second. Next race out there, 22 in front. Mr. and Mrs. Darwin, please go to the infield. Mrs. Darwin to the infield. Race number 98, 15-year-old expert class Bernard Gant on the track in front, almost at the finish line. 78, Derek Fink going to finish second. Race number 99, 15-year-old expert Dan Wiley in front. Wiley, Searles with a Sports Cycle rider, number 84P. I think that's Pointer. Dan Wiley out of Chicago. Searles, the Daytona kid, up and over the jump. Closing in on Wiley. Wiley riding for Sundance, former Robinson rider. Here comes Searles, though, the always independent but always fast cat. It's Gary Dan, 1-2 with Pointer third. Race number 100, the century mark. 100th team century. It's Birdwell, McPherson, and Gibson. Gibson in second behind Bad Bradbury, Jolly Rancher rider. As I crank into that back turn, Birdwell in front, Gibson behind him, McPherson, Team CW, gassing it for Magoo and Country Western. Up and over the jump, it's going to be Birdwell for Murray Jolly Rancher in the win. 1-0-1, 15-year-old expert. In front, Dijon Worley, another immigrant crosser going fast in front. 7-11 team Dijon Worley. Up and out of it, rider number 66, snapping in a second. That's Mark Dolby from Ohio. I hear that name real well. Dolby in second, Worley in front. Dijon Worley cranks down towards the finish line. Worley is your leader. 66 behind him is Dolby, cranking up towards the finish line. Worley winning it.
Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Race number 1-0-2-6, 15-year-old extras. Russo in front. Big Mike cranks on into the turn. South Broward High School's hottest BMXer. Hold the gate after this moto, Mr. Shader. Russo in front, 66 behind him. Russo and the 6-6 in second. Cyclecraft's new guy, Mikey Russo, out of Fort Lauderdale, turning into that back section. Right at the 66 behind him. It's still Russo. Behind him is 60, Stevie Woods, the Canadian. Well, that's the way it's going to finish. Race 1-0-4. 1-0-4, 15-year-old experts, inside, outside. It's Rogers now, right on the inside with Steele to the outside. Former FC Factory and Philly Steele getting Ellard out. O'Brien now, the O-Show. Rider number 14 takes the lead away. It's O'Brien and Steele cranking into the turn. Billy Steele in the hunt for the win. O'Brien now right in front, though. O'Brien and Steele cranking in that back turn. A couple hot independents. O'Brien looking down towards the finish line now. He could taste victory, but Steele right up there in the draft. It's O'Brien, Steele 1 and 2 as they cross the line. That's the way it happened.
Okay, set him up. Riders, are you ready? Watch the light.
Race 105, 10 and 11-year-old open class on the inside, the Hutch rider. Yes, that's Mikey Luna, but outside and in front it's CW's Jason Donnell. Donnell, Luna, and DePriest with 22. Joshua Ralph, the new Hardee's rider. Ralph trying to get in there for third. Goes around DePriest. It's Donnell for CW in front up the triples. Luna behind him. Donnell and Luna going at it in the back turn. CW in front of Hutch. The Hutch rider trying to make that aluminum bike work all over the place, and it sure does. Them bikes handling good this week. It's Luna now getting around Donnell. Hutch in front of CW. Ralph back there in third. Luna going to win it for this weekend sponsor, Hutch. Race number 106, 10 and 11-year-old class. Rider number 11 in front is Robbie Del Pozo. Del Pozo, System 1 racer. Special D, it says on there. Brad Pack rider in there with him is Robert Stock, number 39. Brad Pack and System 1 going at it over the triple step. Here goes Jeff Dillon for DK, sliding all over the place. He's out, he's debris. In front now, the Rad Packer, Stock, taking over the lead. Stock and 52, that's Del Pozo in there for third. The free agent rider, 52, getting second. Chris Udaly from Texas. 107, 10, 11-year-old open class. Matt McCullough chasing somebody into the back section. We'll get a number on him soon. McCullough throwing it on for Cyclecraft. 89 in front, the independent Raymond Cashwell from Pennsylvania. Cashwell, McCullough in the factory. Cashwell, the independent. The Cyclecraft rider is going to win it. 108, 10, 11-year-old open class. As they hit another turn, that's Russell, Craig Russell, and rider number 9, Eric Jensen. Russell, Jensen, 1 and 2. One rider in third, that's Woods. Russell for Coastal, the Funway rider. Jensen was in third in the System 1 uniform. Turning it on, turning it towards home. Craig Russell is your leader. Jensen behind him. Jensen coming on hard. Here comes Woods even. It's Russell, Woods, and Jensen. 109, 10 and 11-year-old class. Snoopy Krupe in front. And Krupe, 89 behind him is Matt Smith, the Ohio Ace. Krupe in front, Smith behind him, breaking into that back. Brian Krupe coming down the back straightaway. Are tightening, that's the way it's going to finish. Behind him is Smith. Next gate around there, 110. Out in front, somebody getting to the mailbox because he knows his BMX Plus subscription is going to be there. In front, 110 is your leader. Rider number 13. In front, Brian Moore from Massachusetts. Behind him, the CW rider, and he leads the Mongolian stopper, Grzelka in there for sports. 111. Will a medic please go to the medic tent? Why do they call it a medic tent if there's no medics there? 111, 10, 11-year-old open class. Chip and Dale's rider number 35 is Richie Good from Pennsylvania. Good and Zupko, Eric Zupko from Alabama. The little big guy is second. Zupko, Good, Chippendales leading the system. The Phase 2 racer, rider number 20, I think that's Cole Seck in third for Wheelworks. Crossing the line, it's going to be good. 112, 10, 11-year-old open class. Shelby James in front of Mitch Watkins. Former cover boy, I should know him, but what the heck. He's back in second now. Anyway, Burroughs taking over the lead. Jacksonville rider Burroughs, they're slowing everything down. Everybody's putting on the Diacoms. And then we'll rerun them. I guess we're going on to race 113. 113, 15-year-old novices. Everybody moving good. Rider number 11's been up towards the top all weekend. That's Scott Warbley from Kentucky. Kentucky, Kuhar rider Warbley. Rider number 33 behind him. Troy Jessup from Ohio. Jessup in second. Warbley in front. Woobley is your leader. Woodbury, the Kuhar racer, up the triples. Behind him, the Skyway rider, Jessup. Jessup in there. 15-year-old extra Billy Jones and Calvin Calhoun go to scoring. Jones and Calhoun to scoring. And front rider number 11, Woodbury, gonna take it for Kuhar in Kentucky. Jessup in second. 114, 15-year-old novices. First turn, the Dino colors. Rider number 50, F. Steve Fink from Pennsylvania. Fink, your leader. 0-8 behind him, Jeffrey Milky from Michigan. Milky in second, out in front. Out in front, that's that PA rider. Ranking around, Stevie Fink, rider number 50, F. Going over the $100 doubles into the back turn. It's Fink, your leader. Behind him is Milky. That's the way it's happening for those guys. Next gate down, 15-year-old novices, race number 115, rider number 84, Timmy Ward from Kentucky. Ford in front. Behind him, find out the number on the second place rider. 40-something. It says that on my sheet, too. 40-something. In front, 48, or excuse me, Ford is still your leader, the Kentucky racer. Into the back turn. Ford, not Ford at all. He's just chairman. In front, it's Ford coming towards the finish line. 48 in second. Kingerly from Ohio, Tim Kingerly. To the announcing tower, Kip Kellner to the announcing tower.
Watch the light.
What's happening? It's rerun. And where's Mama? Out in front, it's Watkins and Burrows. Watkins and Burrows kind of flying into the turn. Stud and profile side by side over the announcing step jump. Into the turn, Burrows has got the lead again. Carl Burrows, Mitch Watkins, number 21 there behind him. I guess that's Mark Brandt for WP. Up and over the triples. Burrows, Watkins, Brandt into that back section. Carl Burrows, the stud racer. Watkins still holding on to it for profile in the second place. In front, national number 4, Carl Burrows from Jacksonville is going to take it. Watkins.
Okay, is everybody ready? Watch the light.
Race number 116, 15-year-old novices. Up and over the first jump, rider number 17, and that's James Milling from Georgia. Milling in front as he cranks into the turn. Rider number 58 behind him. It's Milling and Douglas. Milling, Douglas, 1-2, into the big sweeping second turn. Rider number 56 behind him. It's Milling, Douglas. I guess that's Dig. 37 in second. Panic out of North Carolina. Milling in front. Milling cranking out of that back turn. Panic there. Milling, Panic, 1-2. Milling and Panic going down towards the finish line. Milling's going to take it. Panic second.
Okay, is everybody ready? Watch the light.
17-year-old novices rider 0-4 with a good start. Up and over the first jump. He still got it. 0-4-Z. That's Todd Zanelli from New Jersey. Zanelli, though, slipping back. Rider with lots of stickers on the number plate. 36. That's who it is. Mike Duval. Duval in front. Zanelli back to third already. 82 is Frankie Brothers. Brothers now sitting in second. Duval in front, the Kentucky rider.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Zanelli back in the second. Duval, Zanelli, Brothers, 2, 3, down towards the finish line. It's going to be Zanelli second, Duval first, 1:18 now. 14-year-old experts, first turn action. The Magnum Force rider number 40G in front. Todd Gooch from Pennsylvania. Gooch is your leader. Ritchie in second out of Georgia. Jay Ritchie holding on to the two spot. Gooch in front. Ritchie going around him. Ritchie, Gooch, and Lewski now from New Jersey. The TNT rider is the Hutchco team in front as they crank around going to the back straightaway. Jay Ritchie out of Atlanta going to win this one. Two second place riders all over the place. Ritchie did the winning. 1:19. Gibby Grainer in front. Grainer and Dobson 1 and 2. Big Gib Grainer, Kevin Dobson in second. Will get third place later on. Big Gib Grainer out of New Jersey in front in the green and gray. Into the back turn, the Conda factory rider. It's Grainer. Grainer and 0-2 finishing third. Kevin's going to get second. Race number 120 now. More 14-year-old experts down out on the track. Couldn't pick up who it was. That's the actual size kid in second. Heido. 61 is Brian Foster from Maryland. Heido now feeling the heat from a cyclocraft rider. That's Jason Theodore out of Wellington, Delaware. Oh, it ain't from Delaware, but what the heck. It's going to be Heido for third. Theodore first. And the other rider taking the win. Race number 120. 14-year-old expert catching that big air. Kenny Hogg, all the style for bike in the box. Hogg, your leader over the $100 doubles. Ken Hogg into that back turn, cranking right around there. Rider number 61 in second. That's William Casing. Casing out of Missouri. He's got two riders right behind him. Hogg gonna win it. 122, 14-year-old Off the jump, 40 is Christopher Smith, the number 10 behind him, Davey Foster. Smith and Foster into the back turn. Smith, your leader. Foster in second for Mr. Steves. Smith going to crank on down towards the finish line. Foster in 26th third. 1, 2, 3, 14-year-old expert in front. Robert Lincourt snack attack action. Lincourt 31 is Tippett. Tippett in second. Lincourt in the 3-1 of Galso from Rhode Island. Galso in third. Tippett second. Lincourt in front for Eagle Snack. Race number 1, 24 more 14-year-old expert action. Shan Hatfield, Atlanta, Georgia. GT rider in front. Barnell Haley, Team Texas free agent racer. It's Hatfield, Haley, 1 and 2 digging into the back turn. Find out who third place is. Oh, it's changing too fast for us. Hatfield, the GT racer's going to win it. Haley second. 125, 14-year-old expert diving into the second turn. LaJuan Cunningham out of Iowa. LaJuan Cunningham, the guy doesn't have ankles. His thighs go all the way down. The Schwinn rider, 16 in second. 16 cranking along in the second spot. Ron Hancock from Illinois. It's going to be Cunningham and 66 in second, Nathan Allen. 126, 14-year-old experts. Rider number 3, it's Lyons in front. Elliott trying to hang on a second. Big John Edwards, excuse me now, in the 2 spot. Lyons is your leader, the Whitman's rider. Hitting the grabs with a couple perfects so far. He's both of his 20-inch moto. As they go into the back turn, Lopes is trying to pick off second. Find out who the guy is holding the spot now. It's Lyons in the 3-1 in second of Mike Duke from New York. Lopes goes around him. It's Lyons, Lopes, Dukes, and Edwards. 127 now cranking around the turn. Rider number 81, your leader, Rainer Matthews from Maryland. Got Robinson rider behind him. 44, that's Mel White from Washington. Matthews and White into the back section. Kona rider now, 00. That's Aurelia from Florida. As they come down the back straightaway, Maryland's Rainer Matthews with the win. 128, 14-year-old experts. It's Cool Joe Spurrier doing the Elvis in front of Nick Freeman. Spurrier, Freeman, and Fish Martino. Cyclecraft 1, Cyclecraft 3. Fighting in that independent Nick Freeman. Back turn Memphis is Cool Joe Spurrier, just hot on it. It's going to be Spurrier, Freeman, Martino slipping back to 4th. 129 now on the track. It's the Columbus Schwinn rider, Dan Lender from Indiana. Lender now back in there, 24K in second. Lender and Ryan Gandis from New Jersey. As they crank down towards the finish, it's Columbus Schwinn ahead of Chippendales, ahead of the independent GT riders.
Our Beaver going off to Princeton in a pair of faded blue jeans.
Straight away, Chris Willis in front of Chad Seavar. First turn action. Seavar goes up under Willis, but Willis outgasses him. Richie Bike leading the Rat Pack Cyclecraft team. Out of the turn, Willis still your leader. Seavar in second. Triple jump. Slide back. 3 spot. Willis in front. Seavar, Morales as they crank down the back straightaway. Chris Willis is just a flying today. 131, 14-year-old expert class. Have to cut off the other moto early so I can rag on Sam Milano for running over his old Echo helmet. Up and into the back turn. I'm going to get like I don't know what. Swick in there with the bleached hair in second for S&K. It's Arolano in front. Anna Mongoose down the back straightaway. Don't tell Lenny Dave. It's going to be Arolano in front looking over. I'm going to catch Heck later on. 132, 14-year-old expert cranking down there. It's the Golf rider Vivoli. Vivoli, the Hawaiian living in Birmingham. Team Golf Racing. He's got a lot of high tests going into that back turn. Vivoli in front. Behind him, find out who that guy is. Vivoli and 89. That's Dave DeMorris from Ohio.
Watch the light.
133, 14-year-old experts out of the gate. Everybody with a good shot at it. Rider number 12 on the outside, making the best of it. That's Jason Kick. Kick has been doing it all day. Jason Kick, rider number 66 is Danny Markley from California in second. Kick out of Illinois, just gassing out of the turn. It's Kick and Markley with 0-4 now in there. Brian Roth in second. Roth catching up to Kick. Kick, Roth, 1-2 into that back section. Kick and Roth now turning it on. Rider number number 12, it's Jason Kick all the way. 1, 2, 3 in a row for him. 134, 14-year-old novices over the step jump into the turn. Is the number 37 in front now as he snakes on through. Greg Baker from Tennessee, just like Blaylock would say, Tennessee. Baker in front, number 37 behind him. 37 is Baker now. 14 in front is Flappman, Barry Flappman from Georgia, the Peach State racer. Flappman in front, Baker second. That's the way those guys are going to make it to the line. Next race out there, 135, 14-year-old novices. In front, your leader, 61 wide. 61 is Brandon Warner from Tennessee. Warner and a Hardee's rider out of Joey Robinson from Wisconsin. Hardee's in second. Warren in front. Robinson 1, 2, and 1 as they come down the finish line stretch. Brian Warren Zevon is going to take it. Behind him, Joey Robinson. No moto out there in this one. I guess it's 137, 8 and 9-year-old open. Gregory out there. GT racer Joey Allen in front. Joey Allen in the Chippendales racer there in second. Richie Good. Allen and Good cracking into the turn with Gregory in third. Gregory and Good. Jason Allen. Allen's going to win it for GT. Jay Stanley, race 139, 8 and 9-year-old open class. The independent Stanley ahead of Chris Gibson, the Oklahoma CW rider. Behind him, Tuesday, Dunstall in third for Eagles Neck. Stanley, Gibson, 1, 2, 3. Stanley, number 5, in front down towards the finish line. It's Stanley, Gibson, Dunstall, Florida, Oklahoma, Florida. 139 now. More 8 and 9-year-old open class out of the turn. Rider number 26, leading the number 2 of West Sear. 26 in front. That's Terry Young from Ohio. Sear, though, trying to outgas him on the outside. He does just that. The Columbus Schwinn Hot Star. West Sear into the back turn. Big West in front now of Terry Young. Young back in second. It's Sear, Young, and the third place in the Harlow colors. Race number 140. We're just seconds away from Tom McMillan's Tumulus Cone. Up towards the jump. Rider number 28, Jay. Tracy Johnson in front. Tampa Torpedo. Paul Piatowski in second for Eagles Neck. Piatowski and Johnson up and over the step jump. Piatowski going to the outside. Maybe some bombs away action. No, it doesn't happen. It's Johnson for Kuwahara and Coleman up the triples. Tampa Torpedo. Piatowski now to the outside. Can't find Johnson on sonar anywhere. Into that back turn, it's Johnson. Piatowski 1-2 as they rail down the back straightaway. Johnson still with the lead. Piatowski in second. Comment trying to get third. Here comes Piatowski right at the line. Piatowski and Johnson too close to call.
Next game will be moto number 150. Moto 141.89 open out. They come inside. The number 14X out there. Looks like it's going to be Eddie Nelson Kenning doing it down the inside straightaway. Behind him, the number 35 is Hurley Hatch. I love that name. Hurley Hatch cooking it down, trying to bring him in. Can't quite catch up to Kenning as he makes his move down the inside straightaway. Still trying to hang on back there in the third spot, as he doesn't have too much heat to worry about. They bring it out of the final corner, and it is still going to be Kenning out in front. Hatch running down the second spot. We'll go to moto number 142, 8 and 9-year-old open again. Out of the second turn they come. It's going to be the national number 20 of Joshua Cowley. Cowley now down into turn number 3, working the short straightaway through the $100 jump. Hangs on to that lead, but a little pressure comes in from underneath. Holds it off. It's going to be Anthony Reyes back there in the second spot. Reyes kicks in the turbos and blows on by at the last minute. We'll go to moto number 143, 8 and 9-year-old open class, and it looks like out in front is going to be Justin Kurtz out of Florida riding for Eagle Stack. It is Kurtz now down out of the final corner. Behind him, Pat Foster putting on a little pressure. It will be Kurtz and Foster, 1 and 2 in it. We'll turn on to the bubble machine. Moto number 144, 8 and 9-year-old open again, and it's going to be Eric Cunningham out in front right now into the second corner, but a lot of heat from the outside. It is Cunningham, followed by number 39, Chris Lausman out of Kentucky. Eric, they used to call me El Cid Cunningham, down into the final corner. Hangs on to about 4 bike lengths. Lousman can't seem to reel him in quite quick enough. Finds another gear someplace in that machine. Closes the gap, and then Cunningham pulls away one more time. Let's go to motor number 145. I love those wheels. If you want to know anything about those wheels, you're going to have to find the people from Titan. They look pretty hot. This is motor number 145. This is 7 and under open, and that is Michael Brand out in front through the final corner. In the second spot, in the all-new race, it says number 11. I just wish I had one on my sheet.
Okay, is everybody ready? Watch the light. Relax, okay, again. Let them up.
When do I leave? In an hour?
Okay, is everybody ready?
Okay, I'll come back in an hour.
Watch the light.
How long will that probably be?
We're in the motor number 146, still in the 7 and under open class.
Okay.
On the inside, number 73. Well, that is Tyler Hard out of Pennsylvania. Came out stroking. Grabs the lead out of turn number 1. Behind him, the number 61 is Scott Miller from New York. It's Hard and Miller now coming through the second corner. Hard pedaling like his name. And Miller trying to reel him in, and that's not working real good right now. Single file into the back corners they go, and it looks like it's going to be Tyler Hard out in front. Scott Miller running down the second spot. Number 12 in the third spot is going to be Kyle Sullivan. Motor number 147, again, 7 and under open class.
Okay, is everybody ready?
These guys, imagine 7 and under open class go through semi. Well, who we got coming from the far outside, squeezing his way to the inside, Nick Brongart out of Oregon. It's Brongart flying on a Titan right now. Behind him, number 27, is Mike Strachansky. It'll be Brongart, Strachansky, and then number 15 is Philip McGuire. Brongart doesn't look like he can get caught. He is really on a move. Turbos ain't going to help anybody back behind him. He's going to take a peek to see how big his lead is. That didn't help him much. They close up a bike length when you do that. Brongart, Strachansky going to run this one in 1 and 2. Let's go to 13-year-old experts now. Motor number 148. Roland Pavlik, the guy out in front right now. Roland Pavlik out of the final corner now with number 75, Mark Ciafolo back there behind him. It'll be Pavlik and Ciafolo, moto number 149. For 13-year-old experts, out they come, and it's going to be number 19, Russell Ainsworth out in front. Behind him looks like Clay Height from Alabama.
Watch the light.
Russell Ainsworth been leading all day long. Like to continue that, I'm sure, as he brings this one with a big lead home. And it looks like Kobe Moody going to make a bid for it. Nope, couldn't get there. Moody will have to settle for the third. Let's go to moto number 150, 13-year-old experts again. And it looks like it's Michael Lousman on the free agent. Behind him is Mike Hale. It'll be Lousman, Hale, and then Dan Hurley out of Indiana riding the 29H. Out of the final corner, free agent Lousman brings this one home, and he's the winner. Motor number 151 is in the gate, getting ready for pots and pans and watches that he has picked up along the way someplace. All the time he told me said Holiday Inn. Moto number 151, 13-year-old experts, Lee Sammartino out in front one time. Eric Huber behind him. It's going to be Sammartino, Huber, and Vitale, 1, 2, and 3. Vitale getting a little heat right now from that Epperson. Vitale almost runs out of track. As they get it back on track, they take it down the backside. Huber trying to do something with Sammartino's lead. Looks like he just might have pulled that off. It's going to be number 12 out in front. That is Huber, then Sammartino. And it looks like Vitale will have to settle for the fourth behind Epperson. Let's go to moto number 152, 13-year-old expert. Out in front of this one is David Milham from Florida, followed by Robert Zanow It'll be Milham. Now, 1 and 2 and it down the backside. Milham must have done something to those legs, put some kind of turbos in them because he is really moving. Zanow in the second spot. Mike Shonley back there in the third spot, and Jason Hill running fourth. Moto 153, 13-year-old experts. Ed Allison, been leading all day long. Would like to continue that. Minnie back there behind him has been trying to close on him all day long, flying those brand new Raleigh colors as he comes out of the final corner. Is now moving up is Brian Smith. He did that once before. He's the guy riding those Raleigh colors. He's going to grab off the second. Moto number 154, 13-year-old expert. Mike Carr riding for Reggie's of Toledo out in front right now as he comes out of the final corner. It is going to be Carr followed by Joel Ricards. It's Carr, Ricards, and then it looks like F. Michael Frazier. Oh, that sounds official. Moto number 155, 13-year-old expert John Purse riding for Studs. Got this one in his pocket right now as he brings his lead out of the final corner. It's going to be Purse out in front, or Kevin Feely back there in the second spot. It'll be Purse, Feely, 1 and 2 with Chris Slater grabbing off the third, and it looks like Jason Honeman grabs the fourth. Moto number 156, 13-year-old expert. It looks like we have Andrew Soul out in front into turn number 4. Soul has Seelenbrandt behind him. It'll be Soul, Seelenbrandt. As Seelenbrandt slides back into the third, we'll move somebody up here. That is Seelenbrandt. I'm getting a little help here from George Houck. I think he's got something against me here because he's trying to confuse me. We're into moto number 157, 13-year-old experts. Kevin Pugh comes out of the final corner, out in front. Pugh on the gas. It's one of the 75s. It looks like Lonergan out there in the second spot, and Matthew Ernest in the third. Moto 158, 13-year-old experts coming out of the gate as they charge down to the first jump. Number 21 on the inside is Kerry Zinzar out of New York. Zinzar getting a little bit high, trying to snake in there is Mark Bashardi. Bashardi couldn't get there as Zinzar just kicked it in. As they come down the inside, it's still Zinzar, Bashardi, 1 and 2. Third spot belongs to Brian Donmore out of Pennsylvania. Zinzar into the final corner, grabs the lead from the gate, not going to give it up if he can help it. Bashardi still in the second spot. It'll be Zinzar and Bashardi, 1 and 2. Moto 159 goes underneath the tower before I can see what's going on. It's Christopher Gill on the inside trying to hang on. Gill has some heat coming from 02. That must be 02. Maybe Christopher Driscoll on the inside. 02. Oh no! Oh, Driscoll can't find the bike. It got away from him, and it looks like it's going to be Gill hanging tough. Kristen Gordon in the second spot, giving him some heat. Couldn't get there. We'll go to moto number 160 now. This is the last gate of 13-year-old experts. And it's Jason Chagaz out in front. Behind him, Brian Norris. This is a bit of a switch from the previous photos. Chagaz got a great jump. He's going to take this one right to the wire. Norris grabs the second, and Joseph Payne out of North Carolina is going to take the third. Moto number 161, 13-year-old novices. And it looks like Brian didn't want it bad enough as he loses it, trying to get it back on the inside. It's going to be Grant Stiff out of Kentucky out in front. It is going to be Stiff. It is going to be Stiff, Ditcott, and Croftland all in a battle, but it looks like James Young is going to be the guy coming through. Ditcott coming back, and he'll grab the win. Moto number 162, 13-year-old novices out in front. It's going to be number 71, Brian Hendricks, second place up for grabs, but the hotline belongs to Jay Powell. It's going to be Hendricks and Powell, 1 and 2. Hendricks all alone out in front. Powell's got all kinds of heat as he comes out of the final corner. They bring it down the inside, and it looks like it's going to be Jay Powell hanging on. He'll run this one in and grab the second. Moto number 163, still 13-year-old novices, and it's Matt Willis out in front. Willis has Richard Lack behind him. It'll be Willis and Lack 1 and 2. These guys must be getting tired. because they are just spreading these motos out so far. I don't know which one they're in anymore. It looks like all the way home, though, it's going to be Matt Willis, Richard Lack. Uh-oh, did Lack run out of track? I don't know. Moto number 164, 12-year-old expert. Guess who shall be right for profile out in front? Chad Henderson running in the second spot. Necco hanging on to the third spot. It's going to be James Henderson and Necco, 1, 2, and 3, and even these guys are spread out too far to do anything about it. Moto number 165, more 12-year-old experts. And out in front of this one, Brett Stamat. Stamat's got a little bit of heat out there from the coastal rider. That's Alan Hale. Hale can't seem to get by the outside. Decides maybe to try the inside. Tries to squeeze through, can't get there. Slides out, and Hale's all gone. It is going to be Stamat all alone at the finish line. Moto number 166, more 12-year-old experts. And it looks like we've got Richard Washburn out in front this time. It'll be Washburn followed by Michael Thomas. Thomas trying to find a way around him. Washburn won't get out of the way. He keeps flashing his lights and nothing happens. While he did that, he slipped his pedals and Jimmy Levan slid by and he ran off to second. Washburn and Levan now running this one down 1 and 2, but Levan's got all kinds of heat on the outside. He holds it off. We'll go to 167, still 12-year-old experts. Colby Brown out of there in front. It'll be Colby, Stud Brown down the inside. Race 1, Dustin Gordon back there in the second spot. See that Colby Brown, Dustin Gordon, third spot. Rider making his move in his all white, trying to figure out a way to get around old Dustin Gordon. It's Colby Brown coming home. Dustin Gordon hanging tough. Third spot. Looks like that's going to go to Harry Devitt. 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 168 still in the 12-year-old expert class. Out in front, Jeremy Cataret. It is Cataret out of turn number 2. Feeling some heat. He's got Dustin Robertson behind him. Now Robertson swings a little bit wide. Gives up the inside. Decides to steal it back. All this is happening behind your leader. The leader is Jeremy Cataret. Number 2 belongs to Dustin Robertson. That's just about the way they'll have to finish. Let's go to moto number 169, more 12-year-old experts. I understand practice is scheduled to be the same tomorrow as it was today. Bernard Lay's got all kinds of heat, inside, outside, everywhere he looks, there's heat. And he suddenly decides that he's going to be in third because now, out in front, Sean Burney just stole it away. Bernard Lay can't find the cranks anymore. It is going to be Sean Burney in control as they work it out of the final corner. Second spot looks like it's going to go to number 47, Trevor Fell, then Bernard Lay, and then it looks like Severson will take the fourth. Moto number 170, 12-year-old expert out of turn number 1. The number 4 out there belongs to Danny Nelson. It's going to be Danny Nelson heavy into the cranks as he builds up a massive lead. Behind him, it must be 04, maybe, Billy Shane. Or, oh, I'm sorry, Ashley Lutz. That's who it is. Reversals, you know how that goes. Danny Nelson out in front. Ashley Lutz in the second spot. For now, look at the heat. Nobody could get there. The Pong Wong Pummel out in front of moto number 171. Wong Pummel is really on this one on because he's got about 25 bike lengths between him and the rest of the pack. Pong on it now coming home. Looks like he's going to grab it off. Second spot looks like that's going to go to Edward Freed. Let's go to moto number 172. More 12-year-old experts. And it looks like out in front of this one, the national number 7 is Wade Porter. Porter, Steve Moden trying to reel him in. It's going to be Porter and Moden, 1 and 2. Off the final corner, I don't think they're going to get him. Wade Porter, too tough today. He's going to take the win. Let's go to moto number 173. Still 12-year-old experts, George Sievers out in front. It looks like he's got Tony Paxton behind him. No, that's Chase Digit in on number 12. It's going to be Chase Digit slides by Chicken George. George lost the crank, had to put a foot down. It'll be Chase Digit, followed by George Sievers, 1 and 2. Moto 174 now. This is still 12-year-old experts. And it looks like out in front of this one is somebody see that? Christopher Diaz. or is it going to be Tori Bailey? It looks like Tori Bailey out in front. And it's Diaz in the second spot. Bailey and Diaz. Oh, no. Bailey flips the pedal. Diaz might have just snaked it at the line. We'll go to moto number 175 now. Still, these are 12-year-old novices, and I can't read that number plate. I don't know what it's Brian Martin, but let's take a look on it with the binoculars as they come out on turn number 4. This is 12-year-old novices, moto 175. It looks like ADB, Philip Bartow. Bartow going to take this one in. We got bikes and bodies all over the lap. Performance machinery out there. Take a look. If you want to do it, get it on a HUD. This is moto number, I think, 1876. Let me take a peek and see what I got. Is it 176 or 177? It is 96 and 51. 96 is Daniel McIntyre. 51 is Jonathan Pushnick. Moto 176 around the track, and it's still going to be McIntyre and Pushnick, 1 and 2. In the second spot, it looks like Alexander having a little trouble. Did that switch around? We'll have to wait till they come out. Danny McIntyre out of Indiana, Jonathan Pushnick in the second spot. They're on the stroke, bringing it home, and it looks like that's how it'll stay. Moto number 177, last gate of 12-year-old novices. Out in front of it, number 82H. 82H belongs to Joe Hall. 54 belongs to Josh Knox out of Tennessee, running down the second spot. They stay single file coming out of turn number 4, and it's still going to be the number 82 of Joe Hall out in front. Josh Knox in the second spot, and Joey Mulliker and John Mercer.
My turn. 178 off the hill. This is 11-year-old experts, and that's Scott Yocolette out of Indiana. Yocolette coming around high in that first turn. Right behind him is Darren Lovett running into